All right, so what we're gonna work on is shoulder external rotation Pails rails. So for this, all you're gonna do is lay on the floor and you're gonna utilize a yoga block. So you're gonna lay on the floor on your stomach. You're gonna bring your shoulder out to 90 degrees off your trunk and then your elbow into a 90-90 position here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the yoga block and maybe prop, your wrist and hand on top of the yoga block. If that's too aggressive for you, then you can just get rid of it. But the idea is we're just gonna start to create a little bit of that external rotation of that shoulder. Now, once I'm ready to, I'm gonna start thinking about two things. I'm gonna use this hand to push away from the floor, and I'm gonna roll this back leg out behind me to kind of maximize the rotation of my trunk. So I'm gonna find my in range, that external rotation of the shoulder, and then I'm gonna start my count. So here I'm gonna start, breathing diaphragmatically in through my nose, out through my mouth for 2 minutes. This is rest and digest. I'm allowing the tissues to elongate, the fascia, the connective tissue, the muscles, everything's gonna relax and elongate over time. Once I'm ready to do my Pails rails contraction, my first contraction is gonna be, the idea is me pushing my hand down into the floor. So, I'm gonna be thinking about squashing the yoga block down into the floor as hard as I can. So I'm gonna ramp up 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, whatever's comfortable for you. Keep pushing. Once you find that intensity, you're gonna push for 15 seconds. And then you're gonna start to ramp back down to 0. So you don't wanna just collapse, you wanna ramp back down to 0. And then my second contraction, I'm gonna be thinking about lifting my arm off the block. Now, I'm already at an in range. Like there's zero expectation that I'm gonna lift my arm off the block. But the idea is the effort, the intention is there. I'm gonna ramp up that intensity to lift my arm off the block. Everything on the back side of my wrist, hand, my elbow, my shoulder is rotating up to the ceiling. Elbow is staying planted on the ground and I'm rotating. 40%, 60%, 80%. Hard as you can go. Once you reach that intensity, you're gonna hold for 15 seconds. You're gonna ramp back down to 0 and relax. Now you're gonna open up some additional range of motion after that first pass. So what you might even do is kind of explore what that new in range feels and looks like for you. And then you're gonna restart the clock for your second pass. So your second pass is gonna be 1 minute diaphragmatic breathing. And then you're gonna initiate your Pails rails contraction, same as before, at same intensity and time levels.